Yo, what is up, guys? I am back with a brand new exposed video for you guys. This one is not your ordinary exposed video. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to expose a fake wrestling fan who plays wrestling games. And that person, ladies and gentlemen, is Max Arena. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Max Arena is fake. And for anybody out there who believes that Max Arena is legit and he is a real My Faction content creator, he isn't a real My Faction content creator, ladies and gentlemen. It's a fake wrestling fan playing wrestling games. And the point of this matter, ladies and gentlemen, is that people like the real My Faction content creators, like they see this type of content and they're like, well, if you are raging at the game, you clearly aren't good at it. And obviously, ladies and gentlemen, that's where the first point comes in, ladies and gentlemen. It's Max Arena's excessive amount of raging and banging his controller and slapping his seat, ladies and gentlemen, like he's losing to your kids' game, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Max Arena just can't handle the pressure of a wrestling game, but yet they expect and obviously, ladies and gentlemen, his fan base is a bunch of kids. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, his fan base is clearly a bunch of kids, because obviously all his comments section is, ladies and gentlemen, is like it's just a bunch of kids saying how great he is and like how funny he is. So obviously, ladies and gentlemen, kids find everything funny. Yes, they find everything funny. Doesn't matter if it's someone getting hurt, or if it's someone raging. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, you guys need to know that Max Arena is fake. He's a fake My Faction player. He's a fake My Faction content creator. He's a fake wrestling fan, ladies and gentlemen, because you watch his content and every video over the last couple of days. Even Wii Sports, ladies and gentlemen, like he can't even win in Wii Sports either.
Here we go with the Judgment Day in the ring.
But yeah, Max Arena is fake, ladies and gentlemen. Like he is 100% fake. He's not a real wrestler. He's not a real wrestling fan or a My Faction content creator. And you're probably wondering, well, how did he get into the My Faction community, ladies and gentlemen? Well, he obviously had people suggesting that he gets into My Faction content. Like, the fact that Nathan, My Faction Reaction, had Max Arena on his channel to talk about the card designs and stuff. And yet, ladies and gentlemen, Max Arena had nothing. Yeah, like he had no input on the video whatsoever, because he doesn't know the game. He doesn't know wrestling. Like, he just jumped on this My Faction bandwagon because other people are on it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, other people that started in the My Faction community for many, many years. Max has jumped on this bandwagon, and he's riding the coattails of more of the successors before him. But yeah, Max Arena is fake. And how do I know he's fake? Well, ladies and gentlemen, when you don't know wrestlers' names, when you don't know wrestlers' names and you don't watch wrestling, you're clearly a fake wrestling fan and you're trying to be like, oh, well, I play 2K, like 2K is the game that I play.
Here are your winners, the team of Wesley Badass.
But yeah, and point of that, ladies and gentlemen, is the rage, ladies and gentlemen. Is it? You clearly can tell, ladies and gentlemen, that the rage arc that when Mac's like when Mac literally is crashing out over losing, that gets to the point, ladies and gentlemen, that Max Arena is a man-child. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Max Arena is a man-child who rages at a kid's game, 2K and Wii Sports, ladies and gentlemen. Like, the simplest thing that any man or woman who literally cannot handle the heat in the kitchen or cannot handle losing in such a fashion like Max Arena, the simplest thing to do, ladies and gentlemen, is to not play the game anymore if you can't handle it. If it's too, yeah, like if your brain cannot handle like the pressure of having to think about every button that you press. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, his fan base is deluded. Like 100%, his fan base is a bunch of deluded kids who basically think he's the greatest My Faction player of all time. And his comments back it up, ladies and gentlemen. Like, a person like myself or anybody that speaks negative and says that he has a skill issue, oh, you guys will not be heard. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Mac will just remove your negative comments about his having skill issues, about him sucking at the game. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, the only thing that Mac Arena does suck on is a pacifier, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Max Arena drinks from a baby bottle, sucks on a pacifier because he's a big baby when it comes to My Faction content and Wii Sports. I'm surprised whoever he lives with does not somehow hear the ruckus and like come in and like give off to him. But yeah, Mac is fake. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Max Arena is fake. Rage is fake. And honestly, ladies and gentlemen, the simplest thing to do is if you cannot win at a video game like 2K, Wii Sports, the simplest thing to do would be to not play the game. But honestly, ladies and gentlemen, we know for a fact that Max Arena is not going to stop playing My Faction, and the rage act is going to still be there, video to video. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, don't fall for the whole, oh, this is funny stuff. Yeah, like, don't fall into the trap of, this guy's hilarious, ladies and gentlemen, or this guy's funny. Just see it for what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Like, you guys can see clear as day, all 800 of you guys out there. I know some of you guys are some that know he has a skill issue and a serious mental problem when he rages at a kid's game. Ladies and gentlemen, when you rage at something, it's not healthy. It really is not healthy. That's why when you watch my content, ladies and gentlemen, and I lose matches, that's why you guys don't see any rage coming from me, or coming from THGME, or coming from anybody. Yeah, or coming from anybody like that. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have to rage. Yeah, like, we don't have to rage at video games. Like, we just know that it's our mistake for losing. But, ladies and gentlemen, Max Arena, he blames the game, ladies and gentlemen. Like, he blames the game for his losing, for his losing, for his losses, for his head loss. Like, ladies and gentlemen, it's always the game's fault for Mac. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's the game's fault. It's the game's fault that he's trash. It's the game's fault that he's losing in fashion, in the quickest fashion, or the But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Max Arena is not skillful. Like, he's just fake. Like, he's a fake wrestling fan. Like, he doesn't know anything. People ask him in his streams, oh, did you see this show or did you see that show? And he's like, oh no, I have no idea. I don't really watch wrestling like that. So yeah, it's clear that he openly admits that he doesn't watch wrestling, but he does play but he's here in the My Faction community playing a wrestling game, getting upset about it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and gets upset about it when he loses. But yeah, this is just bringing Max Arena's fakeness to the light, ladies and gentlemen. Like, this is just bringing the fact that Max Arena is fake, and I hope you guys will see it for what it is. Like, Max is fake, and honestly, you guys should not be playing into his act of that, like, it's legit when it's clearly not legit. Yes, it clearly isn't legit. He clearly puts on an act and his fake rage. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's fake rage for views and for clout. So yeah, like, he's riding the coattails of My Faction Reaction, probably Kenny Bob, whoever else is out there. He's just riding the coattails of the predecessors that actually made this mode popular. But anyway, as we're just grinding some MFP, this is just letting you guys know that Max Arena is fake. And if you guys don't believe it, check it out. Check out his channel and you guys will see that this video is facts. It's real, truthful, and honest. And yeah, I've been Philly Gaming. Make sure you drop a like, leave a comment, and Mac, you've been exposed. Peace out.